Hey guys, it's JT Works Cars, and I'm trying to do an oil change on a second gen TSX years 2009 to 2014. This applies to the 2.4 liter specifically, but I'm pretty sure something is similar on the 3.5. First step, chalk off the rear wheel like that. Make sure your parking brake is set, and I forgot to put it in gear, but it doesn't really matter because I'm lifting up the front end. The main reason why you want the parking brake on is if you jack up the front, you gotta think about it. It's front wheel drive, right? You don't have your transmission's parking pole holding your car in place. So that's why you want to set the parking brake and put a chalk on the rear for extra security. Then you want to jack it up from the front. I'm gonna show you where the location is in case you ever watched the other video. The front jacking position is right there. Don't jack here, that's plastic. Don't jack there, that's plastic. Don't jack on that. That's your little belly pan. You want to jack it right there where that jack is. That's your front subframe. So just jack up right there. And this is where you want to place your jack stand, right underneath the pinch weld like that. Yeah, it looks like it's in a little in the front, but I have a backup 2-ton hydraulic jack stand. No, hydraulic floor jack. Then I have another jack stand in the same position. This is just a backup. Then you're ready to start doing the oil change. And I'm gonna show you how to take off the belly pan. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to take off the belly pan shield. Don't get under the car until you've given the car a good shake to make sure nothing's gonna fall off. You can ask why the locking pin isn't there. I couldn't get the car high enough. This is a very sloped driveway, so I didn't have the locking pin on that side, but this one, somehow the right side jacked up higher. It's whatever. You're gonna need a Phillips head to remove these screws right here. Hold up. Right there, there's a whole bunch of them all around the belly pan. To make it easier, I have a DeWalt impact driver with the number 2 Phillips in it. So you just take it out. These aren't gonna be in that tight. See that? It's not even on a high torque setting either. And there's a couple of them all throughout. So I took the first one off there. The next one's over here. There should be about 8 of them total. 2. Third one's over here. 3. Then there's number 4 and 5 over here. This is very hard to do one-handed. I'll just let you know that, because I'm trying to record for y'all too. 4. The number 6 is over here. The number 8 is back here somewhere. I'm gonna put the phone down for a moment. Alright, number 8's in the back. You can obviously see it if you were there in person. I mean, taking off the belly pan shield's not too hard, in all honesty. It's just kind of hard to do on your back. Alright? So the last one was gonna be over here. So, right here's your oil filter. Right here's your drain plug. How do you know? It's gonna say engine oil right here. Look at that. Hold up, right here. Where is it? God, I suck at recording. Right here, right by the oil filter, right there. So you're gonna take a 17mm. You're gonna take that off. Make sure you have a new crush washer, and this is a Honda OEM filter because they're only $5 a pop versus the Mobil one. And I'm changing my oil every 3K anyway, so there's no reason to change it so much. All right, let me get the tools. Alright, get your 17mm, put it on that bolt right here, break it loose. I cracked it loose off screen because I'm right-handed, and in the position I'm currently in, it's kind of hard to record one-handed. So just take it off. As you can see, there is a washer on the back of this bolt, so you kind of have to replace that. So make sure you buy a brand new 14mm. Just go to your local Acura dealership, just ask for a 14mm crush washer. They'll give you like 6 of them for free. Alright, catch the oil in the container and just let it drain out for a couple minutes, and I'm gonna replace this washer. As you can see, this is the old washer. It's obviously been crushed, so I took it off. It came off easily. And here's the new one. Just slap it on like that. When the oil is done draining, you torque it down to 30 pound-feet. So I'm just waiting for the oil to drain out. Alright, y'all, the part number for this is 15400 PLM AO2. The AO ones are superior, but they're out of stock everywhere. So you get your new oil of choice and you just pre-fill it. And this is kind of hard to do one-handed, but you just pre-fill it like that. In case you're wondering what I'm using, it's liquid moly, 5W30 moly gen. I normally use Mobil 1 5W30 in the high mileage extended performance, but a shop messed up my car in terms of retorquing stuff, and they just gave me this as a sorry present, so I'm just gonna use it. It actually looks green. Look at that, it literally looks green. That's kind of funny. So I just pre-filled the filter a little bit like that, then I lubricate the gasket with the oil, and boom. Doesn't have to be filled all the way, but this at least helps. So after letting it drain out for about 10 or so minutes, focus, new crush washer. That's very vital. Put it back in right here. If I seem very demotivated, it's because I'm just tired as hell from working. I work like 6 shifts a week, so I don't really have a lot of free time. But I make this video because I like to help people out. So get my torque wrench. It's set at 30 pound-feet of torque. Alright, let's torque this hoe down. Shit. This is so hard to do one-handed. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold up. I'm gonna just do this with the camera down. After you hear it click, it's obviously torqued. I'm gonna double check one more time. Yep. It's torqued down to 30 pound-feet of torque, and the next step is remove the oil filter. And the oil filter's right here. And this should be only put on hand tight. And I did it last time, so I know it's not too tight. Oh, why is my hand so weak? I'm gonna take it off with my right hand. I'm gonna pause the video. And after taking it off, I'll be loosening it. Just let it drain into there. Oh yeah. This oil looks a lot worse on camera, but it's actually still brown, so it's not black. Alright, let's take the rest of it off. Alright. Fuck. This is slippery as hell. I'm sorry for how bad this video quality is, y'all. It is honest to God hard to do one-handed while laying on my back. There it is. Just let it drain out. Make sure the gasket's not stuck on the oil filter housing. As you see, it is not stuck on there, so time to put the new filter on. Let me pause the video. Alright, time to move the container out the way. Here's my new oil filter that I pre-prepped earlier. And we're gonna put it on right here. Just make sure not to cross start it, just be gentle. And I'm already spilling oil. This is why I hate doing oil changes one-handed, but anything to help the community, y'all. Alright, it's threading on. Alright, I'm gonna wipe this down with the towel and just torque it down. Not torque it down, just tighten it by hand. Alright, I dried it. Let me zoom out. Right there, that's as tight as it needs to be. Just stop turning right there. Give it an extra 1/16, and that's literally all you need. You don't need to monkey it on, okay? Now they're all good, it's time to pour the oil in. I'm gonna start pouring in the oil, so each liner here means a quart, so that's 1 quart, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna put 4 quarts in first. So I'm gonna stop once it reaches that line, then pour the last 0.2 to 0.4 in very slowly. So obviously use an oil funnel, it's a little easier. And I would pour this sideways, but it's pretty hard to do one-handed. I know I say that a lot, but it's honestly a fact of life. So we're just gonna pour in the first 4. I'm gonna stop recording because it's kind of obvious how to pour in oil. Let's check how much I put in so far. And that's about 1 quart in so far. So once I reach 4 quarts, I'm gonna show you how to measure it from the dipstick. All right, after putting in about 4.2 quarts, because it turns out that container was a 5.2 quart, so I believed I poured in 4 liters, which accounts to 4.2 quarts. So the next step is you go in the car. I'm gonna take it out of gear because it's a manual. Start it up, then I'm gonna reset the oil life. All right, to reset the oil life, let's see, just keep hitting this button right here, select reset, until it reaches the oil life. Like that. Hold the button down for about 10 seconds. Hit up, reset, then boom, it's reset. And this is the oil change interval of mine, 29.53. The reason I changed a little bit early by 50 miles, which is negligent, it's because I don't feel like changing it after work tomorrow. So I'm gonna reset this right here, and boom, oil change complete. So now I'm gonna turn off the car. I'm gonna wait about 2 minutes, then I'm gonna check the level. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. Pull out the dipstick and just look at the level. Hold up, let's put it down right here. Kind of hard to tell, but it's just below the very top line. Since we're on a slight incline, if I were to go on a completely flat surface, it should be full. But since it's between the 2 lines, we should be good. And that's oil change complete, in my honest opinion. I'm gonna wipe around and make sure that I didn't drop anything anywhere, and that's the oil change complete. Sorry for the horrible video.